This is episode 188. How can I get rid of the loose skin? Welcome everybody to another episode here in Body and Mind Transformation by Custom Body Fitness. This is your health coach, Sandro Torres. And today we're going to be talking about getting rid of the loose skin, which is actually not loose skin. It's still fat. But you're going to know why people think that the loose skin is actually fat when they think that it's loose skin. In reality, loose skin is very thin, and when it's thick, that means that it's still fat. And the way you find out if it's fat is knowing in your fat percentage. If you are under 20% body fat, then probably you can shut my mouth by proving to me that you have loose skin. But otherwise, usually if you have over 20% body fat, it's gonna be fat on your stomach. And just for you to know, the skin adapts to your body, back to your body. If you think about a pregnant woman who takes care of herself and continue eating healthy and disciplined through the pregnancy and so on, goes back to her body before she got pregnant. And an overweight person is the same thing. The skin adapts to the body. So I give you a quick explanation about that, why people think that fat is loose skin, and how to get rid of that, which is the reason why you're listening to this episode. You want to know how to get rid of the last fat percentage on that stomach that you think is loose skin. So without further introduction, let's listen to the talk. At CBF, we know that for you to change your body, you need to change your mind. Exercise and eating healthy is only part of the plan. We care about our members as we care about our family, because our members become our family. It is not about competition, but support. It is not about being the strongest or the fastest, but about you defeating your negative self. It is about working together and making the task challenging and have fun. By the end, what matters is not how hard the session was, but that you take control of your mind so you can take control of your body. My name is Sandro Torres, and I'm happy you are part of our family. Welcome to Custom Body Fitness. Welcome everybody to another talk here with your health coach, Sandro Torres. When I get new members, or actually the members that we already have here at Custom Body Fitness, they come to me and they show me their stomach. And they say, how do I get rid of this loose skin? I understand that many of them don't know because somebody else had put some beliefs in their head. But some of them, they do know. And it's hard for me to swallow that question and answer it the most calmly I can answer that question. But when they ask me that question, I told them, like, that you have right there is not loose skin. It's actually fat under your stomach. And then I grab my hand and then I pull this, like this. And I say, you see this? That's a skin. If this is a little thicker than that, that means that that's fat. That's not skin anymore. So what you have under your belly is still fat. But many people believe that whatever they still have in their stomach is still loose skin. What do they have these beliefs? Many surgeons have advertised their practicing by telling people they have loose skin. And the only way to get rid of that is by doing surgery. As a matter of fact, not only surgeons. A couple months ago, I had a conversation with our team at Custom Body Fitness, and one of them knows a personal trainer who's out of Custom Body Fitness. She said that a couple of clients came and hired him. He did what he could do to train them. And then he said, like, now you need to go get surgery because from here I can't do anything. To get rid of that, you need to get rid of that last fat, you need to go get surgery. Which I find it ironic. I have many members here at Custom Body Fitness who were overweight and lost a lot of fat and they end up with a flat stomach. Many. If you think about it, for example, people who are pregnant, they come up with a huge stomach. And if they're disciplined with the eating and exercise, they go back again to the stomach they used to have back in the past. And why is that? Because the skin adapts to the body back again. You never end up with loose skin, like really loose skin. If it was loose skin, if it's gonna be very thin, not thick. And many people have a lot of thickness in their stomach. How do you know if you don't have loose skin instead of fat under that stomach? I tell people, prove it to me what you have there is actually loose skin and not fat. And you can prove it to me by taking a body composition. If you take a body composition, if you are a woman and you are under 20% body fat, then you can shut my mouth and prove it to me that actually is loose skin. Because you need to be under 20% body fat to get rid of that extra fat that you have on your stomach. If you are a guy, you need to be under 11% body fat. But if you higher than that, you still have a lot of fat to lose. So don't think that because you still have loose skin, it's actually loose skin. It's actually fat. So to get rid of that loose skin or that fat that you still got on your stomach, it's very simple, but it's not easy. What you need to do is really be disciplined. Get into a real program where you're gonna increase your muscle mass, where you're gonna start burning a lot of calories, where you're gonna start eating healthy, not by following a diet. You need to eat healthy by being very patient, depending when you are. If you are over 30% body fat, it's gonna take you years to get there. For example, my wife, when I met her, she was around 42 body fat percent. In a year and a half, she went down to 27, 25 body fat percent. Then she got pregnant. Then she delivered. And then, of course, when she got pregnant, she went up to 32%, something like that. Then she started losing weight. And then finally, she got down to the 17, 15% body fat. Her stomach is completely flat. And she was overweight. I have her before and after. You can see a big stomach that she had. And she has absolutely whatsoever no loose skin. But it takes a lot of discipline and patience. That's the key right there. You need to be patient. Not only you need to follow the right program, but you need to be patient because it's going to take years. It took my wife 3 years to get to her goal. It took me 3 years to get to my goal. And think about this. Once again, it's not about the time passing. It's about the time that you invest in your discipline. You need to be disciplined all that time. You can't slack off. You can't just take it for granted or take it slightly. It's something that you be very disciplined into. So to summarize this, how do you get rid of the loose skin? Really, the fat that you have under that belly is very simple. Eat healthy. Find an exercise programs where you're gonna be serious about. Make sure you track your progress. And if you can't do it alone, hire a professional who can lead you to the way. And be patient. Invest time. What you need to know, once again, is going to take time. You don't need surgery to get rid of that fat that you have under your stomach. You need to become disciplined and follow the step that I just give you. I have developed many talks and videos and many articles that talks about exercising and talks about eating healthy and talks about working in your mind. That's going to help you with your journey into losing those last percentage you're going to lose. The closer you get to the fat percentage, the harder it's going to get. But once again, you need to be disciplined and you need to be patient and you're going to get there. There's many people who have done it before, and I tell you that because I have so many members in Custom Body Fitness who were overweight and they end up with a flat stomach, and I know you can do it too. Don't get discouraged. Don't get lied by somebody who doesn't know what's a loose skin and what's really fat under your belly. The only way to know to find that out once again is to take your body composition and make sure you as a woman are under 20% if you as a man are 11%. I have those videos and those articles and those talks that you can listen to, read to, and learn a lot about eating healthy, which is the key for you to get rid of that extra fat. Invest the time, put the effort, and you get there. You don't need surgery. You don't need to deform your body. You don't need to get into cutting your stomach and then not be happy with those cuts or surgeries because you thought it was loose skin when actually was fat in there. Hopefully you like this talk. Please share it with somebody who needs to listen to this talk. Thank you so much for continue following me. I hope you like this talk. Please share it with somebody who needs to listen to this message. Comment and like, and we're gonna be tuning in the next episode. So that's it for today. You have the talk right there. Remember, for you to be able to get rid of the last percentage on your stomach that you think is loose skin, become disciplined, eat healthy, do your weightlifting, and go to a lower fat percentage. So make sure you track your progress so you know what fat percentage you are before making the mistake of doing surgery and make changes, unreversible changes on your body that probably in the future you are not gonna like. So that's it for today. Your health coach Sandro Torres says bye, but remember to stay close to God mentally and physically healthy.